The slash that silenced us all, or the silencing slash, or maybe not. I mean, after all, a lot of people have complained about this, that someone that strong couldn't possibly have fallen that quickly. But I say, of course they can. It's kingdom, it's not reality, but it's based on reality. So one guy getting one shotted or whatever, technically it wasn't one shotted, but he was incapacitated. If someone is incapacitated, then it doesn't matter how powerful they are. They can get overthrown if someone just have a stronger will. And what am I trying to say? Well, you already know, but let's just spoil the entire chapter by saying Heki did it. But not the way we thought he would. But actually, I found this way to be Heki's style, so to speak. It was thought that Heki would go into and battle the Quarong King Raizo and then deliver the fatal blow. But no, that did not happen. Something else happened. So what did happen? Well, either way, this is the Angry Enemy fan, the Despair reviewer, as Kitare still thinks about her brother. The Fuego King still fights against Raizo, but is very pushed. And it's during this time that the Raizo finally begins to talk to the Fuego King and mentions that when Fuego King called himself the king of his tribes, Raizo got pissed off by that. Because do you remember when Raizo was introduced? He said something about killing Yontawa because he considered her an arrogant wretch that dared to call herself the king of the, mountains. Now it is actually revealed why he thought like that. And let me tell you, it's just as twisted as we should have suspected it to be. It is actually that Raizo, in a way, lives in the past. The real reason why he considered Yontawa arrogant for calling herself the king of all mountain tribes is not because she has assembled that power or has the power she has. No, it's because um, the Quarong people are the true ancestors of the West. Therefore, Raizo considers himself the king, that is the king of the mountain tribes. He considers himself the one true king and considers Yontawa a phony king. But then Kitare gets close to Yontawa, and well, she is still a beautiful sight. But then the troops of Quarong says that they still have to fight and take off Yontawa's head, because after all, if they fail, then all their family will be executed. Here, I think we have a hint and a drop on how the Quarong people now can be stopped. Because the Quarong king, Raizo, and his retainers that I think were related to him, all ruled with fear. If you failed, your family would die. That was one of the greatest motivations to why the Quarong people were so, well, dreaded. But is Yontawa the kind of person that would kill someone's family if they failed her? Well, no, but she did say that if anyone didn't agree with her plan in one way or another, then their heads would have rolled, because she doesn't like cowards running away, so to speak. So what I'm trying to say is, maybe this is how to finally make the army of Quarong stop once they have lost all their leaders. Yontawa showing that she is not like Raizo. Either way, they try to fight it off, as Kitare still hopes that Heki can get close to Raizo. Raizo in the meantime just consider himself his strikes heavier than the king. But for the first time, the Fuego King actually begins to say something wise. The Fuego King had been a very obnoxious and arrogant person from start to finish. But here he shows surprisingly humility, so to speak. He considers Raizo's talk about ancestor stuff and being a king crap, because it was centuries ago, and the mountain people that they are nothing like the Quarong people, because for countless years the Quarong people have stayed in the plains and used Rio as their solitary home, while the people of the mountain tribe that Yontawa tamed have waged war against each other in a battle of supremacy over and over again. Therefore, he considers themselves true warriors and true battlers. They are men and women who fight and move forward for the sake of our dreams. And now that they're united with the Quinn people, they know what it means to confront challenges, and therefore they lend their blades to their cause. And he considers Rosso a fake king because uh, he doesn't lead his people forward, but Yontawa has. That is actually a very rare for someone like the Fuego King to say. I mean, granted, he acknowledges Yontawa, after all, more than we can say. But here he actually says something wise and almost heartwarming in a way. That's very unlike him. He considers Yontawa a true leader, and he considers Yuraiso a fake one, as he considers his blow to be fake. It is also revealed he is serving as a decoy, as a bait. And finally, Heki reaches Raizo. Unfortunately, he cannot deliver the first blow, as Raizo delivers his powerful blow using a staff and very likely cracks a couple of Heki's ribs. As he tries to deliver the fatal blow, though, the Fuego King, who is still not knocked out, tries to cut through Raizo, saying like he turned her out using the Planelander as bait instead. However, Raizo, the wound is not deep enough to kill Raizo, so he turns around and they behead each other's horses. As both of them falls down, Raizo manages to get up first and pins the Fuego King down. However, the Fuego King actually did see this coming, but what the Quaron King didn't see coming is, despite obviously having had multiple broken wounds, the fact that he almost killed the Fuego King, and the fact that the Fuego King has now grabbed the weapon while the Quaron King have fallen down. That is enough for Heki, who despite a very obvious broken bones, tears in his eyes for pain and foam, manages to get behind the Quaron King. And this time the Quaron King cannot swing his weapon as the Fuego King have pulled it down. And Heki delivers the final blow right in the head, cutting it in two. With that, he has redeemed himself. With that, the Mountain Tribe and the Heki army have won. The Raizo, king of the Quegon, is no more. I mean, a lot of people did complain about this because, again, Heki is not exactly meant to be a super OP character. Others complained the fact that Heki one-shotted Raizo. But, there's always a one-shot. It's just a very long spar for some reason, and then just finally one final cut that managed to kill them. And Raizo was technically also pinned down. The Fuego King managed to grab his weapon, and Heki here showed true general spirit. I mean, granted, no other one has had tears in their eyes when they are so much in pain, but he obviously broke a couple of his ribs, and he still stood up and did this. You have to admire that. At least try. Heki don't have to be your favorite character, and you can complain about your one shot as much as you want, but you have to admire that. He got up after all, and in the way they work together. Even the Fuego King in the end acknowledged Heki, as he even says that, I guess you'll be tonight's hero after all, General Heki. With that, the Quaron King is no more, and now the Quaron people don't have any other reason to fight the Mountain Tribe anymore, because I highly doubt they will fight to avenge Raizo. After all, Raizo was a tyrant. So I'm getting back to my previous argument. Is it possible that Yontawa is going to pacify them, promising to spare the families? Now the only real threat left in this side of the battle is Shunju. We cannot underestimate him. But also another trouble is, even if the Yontawa army does take the Quaron city, they are all heavily wounded. They cannot head out immediately back to their allies that are battling against Riboku. So yeah, this may be a victory, but it's a stamina draining one. Give me your thoughts if you have any.